Thank you for taking the time to learn about VendorWatch. VendorWatch is a vendor security risk assessment platform that can be utilized for identifying and addressing security gaps and risks with vendors. Reduce exposure to liability, manage third-party risk, and monitor and rank vendors. Keep track of a vendor's compliance efforts to ensure your expectations are being met. You can archive contracts, manage compliance evaluations, manage contract reviews, and rate vendors objectively. For today's brief overview, we'll cover some of the highlights of the platform. However, please note that the terminology we use today, such as vendor, can easily be changed to service provider or any other verbiage or naming convention that you currently use. VendorWatch can be used to determine risk to your operations and upstream compliance with our vendor risk assessment criteria and checklists for relevant regulations or standards such as ISO, NIST, CIS, vendor risk, project risk, or any others that you require. The VendorWatch workflow begins with creating your vendor profile that you want to evaluate. Next, you'll add survey questions that are appropriate for the assessment. Remember that we can provide these for you, and you can customize any of our provided content. Then you'll create and complete your assessments. Upon completion, you'll be able to assign tasks and manage remediation to mitigate your vendor risk. Finally, automated reporting and analytics will help you visualize and organize your assessment results and set you up for your follow-up assessments. From the dashboard, you're able to do powerful comparative analytics and generate reports identifying risk for individual vendors, vendors within an organizational unit, timeframe, or other customizable groupings. You can easily visualize the progress being made on the assessments by your personnel or vendor respondents. VendorWatch manages customizable automated email reminders to both the assessment administrators and the survey respondents. You can create an assessment for an individual vendor or groups of vendors that must meet similar requirements. Our content libraries are provided out of the box for use in your assessments, or you can upload your own vendor standards into the application. VendorWatch can be configured to automatically pull data from our partners, internal databases, or other sources. Provide objective information to set metrics across your assessments. If you're not performing a security assessment, pull data from an internal CMDB or another source. As responses are provided to a survey, analysis of those responses occurs automatically, adjusting and updating a real-time risk score for each vendor being assessed. Manage automated remediation through the use of a recommendations register, or assign tasks manually based on the responses to your survey. Use our customizable reporting templates to have any report come out of the application instantly. No need to spend countless hours collecting data from different sources and then manually writing your report. Simply click Generate and out comes a polished report, populated with data and ready for review. Monitor assessments and action items by using our dashboard. Here you'll see the current status of assessments or activities and track how third-party risk is reducing or vendor compliance is improving over time. When it's time for the next assessment, use our cloning workflow to reuse question data, recommendations, and remedial tasks from your last assessment. VendorWatch standardizes your assessment functions, providing trending analysis and benchmarking of data over time. VendorWatch is the complete third-party risk assessment toolbox, capable of saving you up to 80% of the time that you currently spend performing vendor assessments. Schedule a call or a demonstration today to discuss how we can help you improve your program using VendorWatch.